YouTube, and it's very good that we didn't say the name of the channel once we introduced ourselves. That's a dumb move we won't repeat.
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
think so, right?
Yeah, once
I
we get
think
the
so.
intro going. But yeah, to go back to the plan,
Yeah.
like how the transportation towards big cities,
Yeah.
the options, and the accommodation. Let's talk about that.
Let's start with travel. How do you get to Tokyo?
Ha, I cheaped out.
Yeah.
I went with like the night bus option, the bus that travels at night,
Yeah.
so you can kind of save one night at a hotel to that way and this way.
Oh, yeah, you sort of cancel out the first day of your trip by
Yeah.
getting there first thing in the morning.
Yeah. And it's Obon, so it was the only optional that's left, kind
Yeah.
of. But a bad side of it,
Yeah.
you can get lucky with the bus,
Yeah.
have a really good seat,
Yeah.
or you can get a really tight Asian size seat
Yeah.
and you get zero sleep.
Not Westerner size
Right.
at all.
I got both.
Oh,
And you arrive very early in the morning.
How early?
I'm
Give us a
talking
time.
5:30, 5:45.
And we just said everything's open at 11, right?
Yeah.
So now you gotta
And
mess
the
around.
check-in usually at the hotels is after 5 p.m.
5.
So I
Damn.
was carrying like my 40-kilo backpack
Yeah.
through Tokyo's horrible heat
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
To the point I had to like rent an internet cafe, which I'm gonna get into later.
We should next time, yeah.
And yeah, I had to like wait out the day, so until the check-in a little bit.
Yeah.
But
but what about the cost? You know, people say you arrive at Tokyo airport, you don't have this problem, of course. But what about if you're coming from a different city? What are your options? You got the train, you got the bus.
you got the bullet train, you got the night bus, you got the airplane.
Yeah. You maybe got regular trains as
Yeah,
well.
if it's close.
JR,
Yeah.
JR line.
But like I travel 760 something kilometers
Damn.
toward Tokyo.
Yeah, far, man.
Far. So you usually the buses arrive either at Shinjuku or at Tokyo Station. Mine arrived at Shinjuku. It was 20 minutes walk to the hotel.
Yeah.
So that
which only lets you check in at 5.
Yeah, which would have worked out
Yeah.
very nicely.
If it were 5 o'clock.
Yeah, but usually you arrive at the city center, so you
Yeah.
don't have that problem landing at Narita. Never go to Narita.
Yeah.
Like, never do that.
Oh, why is that?
It's 2 hours away from the city.
Yeah.
So never do that.
I knew it. I just wanted to hear you
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it's
but-
so far away.
How did you get to Osaka, though?
Osaka, just regular JR line, which I would say is pretty good, unless you need to get there fast.
Not Kintetsu? Limited Express? JR?
That's not JR?
No, that's not JR. That's
Oh,
Kintetsu.
yeah, Kintetsu line for that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Which is just as nice, limited express, but not too quick. I would say the best way to go is Shinkansen if you're on a line.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things we should really talk about is the fact that a lot of people before coming to Japan, they get their rail pass, they get all their tickets ready. They think there's a lot more Shinkansen lines.
Oh, yeah.
than
Right.
there is. There is, okay, all the major cities have one, but there's not a Shinkansen line for every metro line.
Yeah. Nara is a popular spot. If you're
Yeah.
going to Nara, you're not getting there by Shinkansen.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
no.
gotta get to Osaka by Shinkansen
Yeah.
and then get to Nara.
Yeah, or to Nagoya and then
Yeah.
get to Nara.
Yeah. That's just one example. Super popular, but just doesn't have one. Even very north of Japan,
Oh, yeah.
where they're still building the
Right.
Shinkansen that gets to Sapporo,
Yeah.
Hokkaido. So I think a lot of people are quite surprised by that.
Right, but I mean, once you experience the Shinkansen, it's like the ultimate
That's it.
traveling experience. That's like
it.
the best.
It is. Tickets are expensive,
It is.
but it's
Like,
amazing.
I don't know for Obon. I heard all of the tickets sell out.
Yeah.
And then they have to make extras. They cost much more. But the night bus in Obon period cost me. From like the Mie region
Yeah.
towards Tokyo cost me about 10,000 yen. That equals about $100 in one direction.
Yeah.
So to go and come back cost me 20.
That's pricey for a bus, but you know, anybody who is curious should look it up. From Mie prefecture to
Yeah.
Tokyo is like it's a distance.
It's a distance.
Like it's not around the corner.
I heard it's like usually 5 or 6 thousand, but this was Obong, so
Obon
it's
period,
understandable.
Yeah.
How much did the train cost you to Osaka?
Same amount as it always does. I think 3,000 one way.
Beautiful.
That's pretty good, right? But Osaka is much closer than
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
I think Tokyo is probably like 2 Osakas away.
Tokyo is like with stops 8 to 9 hours.
Yeah, of
By
course.
bus.
And the Kintetsu is only 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
Osaka's
One
around the
140.
140
yeah.
depends on which one you get. Yeah, yeah. So I would say that's much cheaper. Once you're in Osaka, how do you do it? They have a Shinkansen, of course.
They have everything.
in Osaka Station.
Kansai Airport.
Yeah. They
Whatever.
got it all. They got it all. I think a lot of people's major confusion is they don't know whether they should get to Kansai, arrive in Osaka, or arrive in Tokyo,
Right.
and then it's like really confusing
Well,
from there.
The best advice. My friend made that mistake. He
Yeah.
wanted to see
So did
like
my mum.
many cities.
Yeah.
But he took a ticket arriving to Tokyo and going back from Tokyo.
Yeah.
So it was just impossible.
Yeah.
I would suggest, okay, you want to see like both Tokyo and Osaka.
Yeah.
Choose one for the landing and
Yeah.
choose one for the departure from here.
That's much
The
smarter.
other, choose the other. Yeah.
It freaks people out, but it's actually a much smarter option.
Much
If
smarter.
you want to see a lot of cities
And it
quick.
saves you a lot of money because
so.
if you want to go from Tokyo and see Osaka and then come back to Tokyo for the plane, it's gonna
Yeah.
cost you a lot.
Oh, of course, you're gonna get maybe JRs or regular trains while you're going from city to city. But if you want to get back from Osaka to Tokyo, your best bet is the Shinkansen.
Oh yeah,
And that ticket's gonna cost you.
and that's like one way, $200,
Yeah.
$250.
Yeah, it's
Depends.
expensive. You know,
Yeah,
it's expensive. It's not as cheap as people think it is.
it's not.
the
It's not
Shinkansen.
cheap at all.
I mean, it's luxurious and it's amazing, and they have like on board, food service and
Yeah.
stuff that you can pay for. But it's like,
Yeah.
it's not the
It's
not the few
expensive.
bucks.
It's
Yeah.
expensive, but like, all right. So once you got to Osaka,
Yeah.
what about the accommodation?
Much better than yours. I
Yeah,
think staying at a hostel was so much easier. Number one, check-ins normally maybe 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock,
all right.
and number two, if you get there early, they can either get you in your room if it's ready, or they can just hold your bags for you.
Right.
That's probably one of the easier things. But one of the downsides is a lot of hostels in Osaka are really located around the city.
On the
and
outskirts?
not directly in the center.
Right.
I'm not a 20-minute walk from any of the major stations like you, but
Right.
other than that, I think it went pretty smoothly. Which is another thing we need to talk about in the future. I think the difference between staying at a hostel and staying
Yeah.
anywhere else.
I like stayed in capsule hotel.
Yeah.
For everybody that doesn't know, it's like it's like a hostel.
Hostels in Osaka don't run as strictly as capsule
Right.
hotels, but they still have the same sort of you sleep in your own
Right.
box.
Yeah,
Kind of.
you get a box with a bed.
Yeah, and
And-
a curtain.
Yeah, like I'm gonna save you the time explaining it, but just look it up on the internet. It's
Yeah.
self-explanatory, I think.
Yeah, which is one thing I think people are really shocked by when they get to a hostel in Japan because they're so used to the European style
Yeah.
military bunk beds.
Right.
But actually, hostels, a
Very
lot of
nice.
good hostels in Japan are like capsule hotels. You stay in your own little secluded box sort
Right.
of thing.
I like the capsules.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, the
They're good.
capsules are awesome.
Yeah.
I was like in very close to Shinjuku Station.
Yeah.
There's 2 stations nearby, Okubo and Shin Okubo. So I was like 400 meters away from the station.
Yeah.
It's like 1 station away from Shinjuku. That's like this. It doesn't get much more central than that.
Yeah.
And 6 nights cost me 20,000 yen.
That's not bad.
That's like $200.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's much. One thing I have to say, I'm not too sure about hostels in Tokyo, but by Osaka standards, that's much cheaper than a lot of hostels you can
Definitely.
get. I mean, hostels in Japan are not as cheap as people think they are.
Oh yeah, but look, if you're traveling alone or with one friend, if you're like,
Yeah.
it's my friend is a 2 meter tall guy.
Yeah.
It was the capsule did him okay.
Yeah.
No problems
But
there.
just okay. So
Yeah, the hotels are very clean. The
Yeah.
bathrooms they're shared, but
Yeah.
they're very clean.
Yeah.
We even had a bathtub.
Oh,
two
very nice.
bathtubs, which was very, very nice.
Wow, very nice.
You know,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of those like cyber toilets with
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
heating, the
Yeah,
bidet.
makes you a coffee, tells
Yeah,
you
yeah,
the
yeah,
weather
yeah, yeah.
report.
Calls your
Yeah, yeah.
mother, sends a gift card, all of that stuff. You know, but like if you do that, if you
Yeah.
go to a capsule hotel and
Yeah.
you're into like doing pickup and or
Yeah.
picking up checks, you have to pay for a love hotel,
Of course.
and that's gonna cost you.
That'll cost you big
I'm
time.
talking like 3 to 4 thousand for a 1 hour, 2 hour stay, and
Yeah.
like 10 plus for a whole night of stay.
Yeah, because that's one thing people don't really understand. Capsule hotels start at a few hours,
Yeah.
but they want
Keep
you
you
to
there.
stay the
Exactly.
whole night. They're gonna try their best.
And the thing is, like, in many, many hotels,
Yeah.
when you get like a room with like one bed,
Mm.
they do not let you bring any guests.
Yeah,
I had that experience in Osaka. Like,
Yeah.
you have your own king size bed,
Yeah.
like 2-person bed.
yeah,
They tell you cannot bring anybody who's not checked into the hotel.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's the middle of the night, and you're bringing someone home. Like if reception or people on cameras catch you, they can charge
They'll
you
fine you,
for
yeah.
that extra person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so your love hotel is an expense you gotta
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
take into account, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I would
But
say-
it's an experience. I recommend it.
Oh yeah,
It's like-
one of the most expensive things about the Love Hotel was it's never that planned
yeah,
because you can't reserve Love Hotels in advance.
yeah,
So you've already booked your capsule for the night, but then certain things happen, and now you got to get a Love Hotel. So now you've got two places booked for the night, and
yeah.
it comes out expensive.
Yeah, it
you
did
know?
to me. But Love Hotel is almost like an amusement park level experience, which
yeah.
everybody should at least go in for 1 hour by yourself.
Yeah,
But
you gotta choose your perfect room.
have in mind, if you miss the last train
Yeah,
in Tokyo,
yeah.
you cannot come in with the same sex person
Really?
to a Love Hotel. Yeah.
Because they know you're gonna sleep there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or if you don't speak any Japanese,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
a lot of the love hotels won't let you in because they don't speak any English. That catches by surprise a lot of people.
Really? I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have even signs like we don't speak English, so blah 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So don't think you're coming here because you just missed the
But
last
you'll be
train.
okay. You just go hi, and hand them the money. You'll be
Oh.
okay.
That's definitely another thing we got to talk about in the future. Not speaking much Japanese, but you can still get by.
Yeah, yeah,
Which
you
is-
can get
A
by.
lot of people are afraid of, I don't speak any Japanese, what do I do? Yeah,
Right.
You can get by, right?
Exactly. But how much did the hostel cost you?
I think came out to be maybe 3,500 for a night.
Okay.
It's not too bad, but keep in mind, this was not near the city center. It was probably about 15 minutes walk, which still came out, pretty nice. Good hostel, really clean. Everybody gets their own bed and a couple showers, which is the Japanese standard,
Right.
I would say. Yeah, but they got a lot stricter rules. Hostels
yeah.
in Japan in general. They might not have curfew, but they're really strict on like talking outside your room, drinking outside your room, just general things like that. But other than that, the cost's totally justified. I
So
would say.
how about the whole like toilet bathroom situation and like the
Oh, yeah,
space?
yeah,
What
yeah.
to expect in that regard?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty good. Much better than European standards. A lot of people too afraid to book hostels in Japan should really not be. I would say everybody, I can't speak for every hostel, but the majority I've been to, lots of toilets. The toilets are all in their own cubicles. The
Right.
showers, there's like 2 doors leading to one
Impeccable.
shower. They're cleaned.
And
3
it's a,
times a day.
how Japanese would say, it's a safety country, right?
It is a safety country, and it is an impeccably clean toilet.
Convenience country.
It is island nation.
Island nation, don't forget that.
Yeah, island nation as
Yeah,
well.
that's
and
our meme.
very clean toilets.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
For anybody who doesn't know that, they should definitely look that up. Japan is a convenience country, a safety country, an island nation.
That's a Japanglish at its best.
That is Japanglish.
That's Japanglish.
That's Japanglish. You tell anybody the toilets are very clean, they'll say, yes, It's because Japan is an island nation.
Yeah,
That's the most
exactly.
important reason. Oh, I didn't realize.
It's convenience country. Oh,
Yeah.
right. That everybody
I
says
love
it.
the showers here. They're really good. It's because Japan is a convenience country. You should know that.
Right. So, obviously, like those are options if you're on a budget.
Those are but you could go more budget, right?
You can go more
You
budget.
can go way more budget. You can go internet cafe
You can
budget,
go, and I did.
which you need to tell me about right now.
Yeah, like I arrived at Shinjuku station around 5:30.
Yeah.
And I had like 12 hours until check-in.
Yeah.
10 hours until picking up my mate.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me herp-de-derp go for a walk at Shinjuku Gyoen.
Yeah.
And I did that,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, sorry, Shinjuku Gyoen was closed, opens at 9. So I'm like, all right,
At least it's not 11.
what the hell do I do? I meet with a random Japanese guy, we go for a beer and a walk around the city for an hour.
Nice.
I'm like, all right, 3 more hours to go. All right, let's find an internet cafe.
Yeah.
And internet cafes are these multi-stores, like buildings.
Yeah.
You get in, you go to the check-in counter, you pay like 1,000 for an hour. I paid like morning hours are not so busy, so I paid like 1,050 yen for 3-hour stay.
Not bad.
Not
Yeah.
bad. They give you keys to your room. You choose a smoking, non-smoking room.
because everyone gets their own room.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's really important. Everybody gets their own
Everybody
box.
gets their own box.
Yeah.
And
Not a room, it's a box.
You can choose. Do you want a box with a declining chair, or do you want a room with a sofa?
Yeah.
You go to your room, you open this door, you get in, you have a huge sofa, you have like 30 centimeters of space to get in it.
Yeah.
You have like the aircon, you have a
Yep.
huge TV
Yep.
right in front of you, a computer, DVD player, tissues,
Nice, gotta have them. Convenience country.
you have you have like a bin.
Yeah.
And I've been to 2 internet cafes. The bins are the same. It says, would you like to review the meaning of your life or something like that? I stayed there. I fell asleep in the chair.
Yeah.
You can take a shower there. The showers are very good.
Nice.
So you can take a shower. It's like a place to crash if you miss
Which I think a lot of the internet cafes know.
Yeah.
They give you a towel, there's showers. They
you get,
know you're
you
not
get
just
the razor
gaming,
and
you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
People are sleeping there. For
people
sure.
live in those places.
Oh yeah. There's actually a good video on YouTube, a documentary that sort of follows the life of 2 people who live there sort of indefinitely.
Yeah.
Really interesting stuff.
And it's like, all in all, those are clean places. Like, if that was in Europe, it would be a messy sperm-filled place.
Oh, it'd be freaking nuts.
But the cleanliness of that place took me by surprise.
Yeah.
I had 0 problems falling asleep face first in that sofa.
Yeah.
Like,
and you don't know how many people have done that.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be pretty clean.
So, yeah, and on my way back,
Yeah.
when I checked out from the hotel at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
and my bus was like at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So I spent all day in a city, and then
Oh.
I was like, I was a sweaty mess.
Yeah.
So I had to go to an internet cafe just to take a shower.
Yeah, just pay for the towel and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, in some internet cafes, you have to pay 500 yen extra for the use of shower. In some of them, you don't.
That's pretty good.
So, like, depends. But yeah, I recommend that.
Yeah.
That's a nice
But
thing.
overnight, would you stay at one overnight?
If I'm like 1 or 2 nights in a row, yeah. But for your holiday,
Don't make a holiday
don't
out
make
of
a
it.
holiday. If you're like a hardcore guy,
Yeah.
like if you're like a manly man, which I'm not, you know,
Really?
you could pull that off,
Yeah.
right? But you can't really get the good rest
No.
in there.
It's always that restless kind of sleep.
Yeah, have in mind it's like it's a full body size, but it's still not a bed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's either that or sleeping face down in a Starbucks, you know?
Yeah.
Those are sort of your choices. If you can't check in, if
Yeah,
you don't have a place
McDonald's
to
is
stay.
also an option.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Karaoke. You can go really cheap. You can go karaoke rooms.
Oh, I've heard that. Rent a karaoke room, just
Yeah.
sleep in it.
Shout out to Abroad in Japan again, but yeah. You
He
can,
mentioned that.
yeah. You can rent out a karaoke place for a night and just pass out.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
And you get your own room as well. You
yeah,
get
yeah,
your
yeah.
own
You get your own.
box.
You get like a full size sofa.
Yeah, because normally it's meant for a party, right?
Yeah,
So
it's
you can
meant
sleep.
for like 7 people or something. So
Yeah, you can go really cheap and go with that option. What about sleeping out? What about big night out?
oh
You can't get back to your wherever you're staying and you sort of just sleep on a bench.
yeah, that considering like Japan's weather, it's really
Yeah.
a warm country. It's a safety country.
It is.
It's so you can like pass out
Yeah,
anywhere.
yeah.
Nobody will touch your stuff.
I've heard a bit of a joke. Salaryman passes out on the street, wallet leaves it next to him, wakes up. Of course, it's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can do that, no problems. You can pass out anywhere. If you're in a like entertainment district, the
Yeah.
police might wake you
They
up.
might give you a shove and tell you to move on.
No, they might take you to the police station to sleep over,
Oh, really?
or they might take you call up the ambulance if you're like really messed
yeah,
up.
yeah.
But like, nobody's gonna like do anything.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's not a bad option if you really can't get back to wherever you're
Yeah,
staying.
like a bench, a park that's not closed because parks in Tokyo close.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like free open parks at all times that have those like resting places that are covered.
Oh, really?
So there's a few homeless people sleeping there, so you can do that.
Yeah, those are pretty good options. Again, I wouldn't make a holiday out of that.
Yeah, but
What about I want to ask you, capsule hotels, they've been made famous for 1 or 2 night stays. Would you stay in one for maybe 3, 4, 5 nights even?
I stayed for like 6 nights at a capsule hotel, 0 problems.
Nice.
The biggest problem you can have is like somebody snorting,
Yeah.
like snoring really really loudly,
Yeah.
or in the morning people talking.
Yeah.
People that don't have manners,
Yeah.
they would be talking, but you have almost this like you pull down a curtain
Yeah.
so it closes off your capsule.
Yeah.
And the 2 French people were speaking right in front of my capsule, and I was sleeping on the top floor, so I sleep like without a shirt, everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just pull up the curtain.
Yeah.
I'm like all puffed up from sleeping. I look horrible. I reek of alcohol. I'm like half of my stomach is like covered in a huge tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm like this mean, bald, looking Eastern European guy.
Yeah.
And I just look at them in silence, like look one guy in the eye, look the other, and they just fucked off
Yeah. Of course.
immediately. But
I would say hostels have the same sort of issue, but if you've stayed at a hostel anywhere in the world, you've already realized that people are outside your bed just chatting.
yeah.
I didn't realize I thought capsule hotels were stricter with that.
Well, yeah, you can actually go and report it, but that was one day.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah.
stayed there for like 6 nights, 0 problems,
Yeah.
absolutely 0 problems.
Yeah.
So
You said 2 French guys, so a lot more Westerners sleep at capsule hotels maybe than in the past, I would say.
yeah, the one thing I had to be careful in Osaka
Yeah.
is like not showing my tattoo. They had signs.
Yeah.
Please don't. If you're tattooed, please don't make other people see it. In Tokyo, it was 0, no issues.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe they say Osaka has a bigger problem with gangsters and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I would say so. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I've ran into a few yakuza guys myself in Tokyo.
yeah.
They were super duper friendly.
Yeah.
So
Maybe in Tokyo they have more of a tolerance for it.
yeah, you can find tattoo
Tattoos,
shops anywhere in Tokyo.
Yeah, Osaka's got a few, but they're not dotted everywhere. You gotta look for them. They've got them, but not as many as I thought they would.
Yeah, but like the one thing I really recommend, like in Tokyo, just don't go to TripAdvisor
Yeah.
and look for places because all of the foreigners are gonna be there.
Oh, you're gonna get there and there's gonna be a line, and
Yeah.
that line is gonna be 80%
Like
foreigners.
you can solve that problem with 2 things: either
Yeah.
go super expensive,
Yeah.
that other travelers cannot afford.
You just cost them out, yeah.
Or just go to a random place that's
Yeah.
not on TripAdvisor.
Just walk down a street,
Yeah.
find a place, looks
Exactly.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Just give it a try.
Because you are usually crying in the comment section how people spoke zero English. Like, what do you expect? Duh.
Oh yeah, in TripAdvisor, yeah.
Yeah, like you came to Japan, you expect people to speak like, you know.
Yeah. I would say a lot of people have that. Which next time we got to talk about Kyoto as well.
Oh,
And Jesus, we can go on a whole hour about
Yeah.
that.
But
But I know what you mean.
anyways, next time we're gonna get into like the actual holiday, how
Yeah.
it looked,
I think
what
so.
to expect from certain areas,
Yeah.
what's the like fun things to do and
Yep.
good places to see.
I think so.
So yeah,
we gotta talk about we gotta talk about what people expect when they look it up, when they see it on
Yeah.
YouTube, and what they actually get when they arrive.
Right.
Because there's a big difference, right?
Right. So anyway, feel like wrapping it up for tonight?
Let's do it.